amigo.
Hola,
¿Cómo estás?
muy bien.
Ah,
Mucho mejor que Hangman Page y MJF.
y muy mal.
You have no idea what I just said, did you?
No, it's something about MJF and Hangman, and I said it's very bad.
I said I feel way better than them too.
Well, that's bad. That's also bad. So let's kick it off with Grand Slam
I was
Mexicano.
about to call it Dynasty.
Wow, that is way off.
Yeah,
So how did you like it?
honestly, except for little things here and there, I was bored for most of it. I gotta like tell the truth.
Okay, I mean, first off, I like the aesthetic, but like the
Yeah,
only
the
reason I
the aesthetic was awesome. I loved that. Like it felt like we was watching like a triple A show, which it's CMLL, but still, like I'm more used to triple A, so that's why I say that.
that's what I feel like because I was like, oh, this is just a CMLL show.
Yeah,
That's exactly what was on my brain. So it just took me back to the time where I was just like watching CMLL. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a CMLL show.
yeah.
Uh, That's what I felt like. But then it was like, oh no, this is AEW, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, this is. Let's see how this works out.
It didn't help matters with fucking the way the show started with fucking um Hangman coming out like clearly talking Spanish. It was kind of scuffed, but better than most people that speak it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the funny part was like, I thought he was just gonna say, hello, hi, I'm Hangman. I'm like, okay. He says, hi, I'm Hangman.
Yeah,
Then he just kept going, and I was like, huh, I didn't know you could speak Spanish.
that was a
He
good
just
like
kept going. Like he
10,
went for a
15
good
minutes.
10 minutes. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. So apparently he does know Spanish. Like he does know
Yeah.
Spanish.
Because he was
So,
like, according to his promo, he was like raised around like Spanish people. So
okay, so that explains a lot about Hangman. Like that
yeah,
explains a whole lot. Because when I heard that part, I was like, wait a minute, like that explains a whole lot about you.
yeah.
Because like for those who don't know, Hangman used to be a teacher. Like he used to be a school teacher.
Mhm.
And him being a school teacher, he was like the most loved school teacher that was in the district. And I know you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? It was it wasn't just an all white school. Like it had everybody in it. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, like he's not a bad guy. And then like over the years, like I've heard things about Hangman and like the person he is, the human that he is, and it just like weirds me out because like he's from like not the most like multicultural place from like West Virginia. It's like not the most multicultural place. It's like, like that's kind of weird. And then like from the find out that he had Mexican people around him when he was younger was like, oh, that's why he's so understanding and so normalized because he knew other cultures existed and wasn't just like stuck in his ways. It was like, oh, that's why he's the way he is. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it makes sense.
Hangman's like one of the only guys like, and like there's a few others too, but he's like one of the only guys I love there. Like anywhere he go, I'll follow. I'll be a fan of his for life.
Yes, because like I've always been a Hangman fan. I just never really thought of him as from the beginning. I never thought of him as a superstar. I was like, he's just a guy. I really like him. I'm gonna be a fan of his. I just never thought of him as the superstar until like AEW.
Yeah,
And I know people are like, well, that's because AEW knows how to build a star. And it's like, it's not so much they know how to build a star, it's just like he defaultedly became a star. And that's how he became the star. But he can handle it, like he can handle it. But when I first met him and first saw him, he wasn't screaming star to me. He just was. guy that can wrestle. Just doesn't feel like a star. I like him. He's a cool person. Just doesn't feel like the guy to run the show.
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna be like the Bucks and them fucking like lackey for life.
Yeah. And then he just broke out. Now he's here. And I'm like, well, shit. Like, the one thing that I really wish, and maybe over time, it can get fixed, is the him and CM Punk thing.
Yeah,
Because, like, the funniest thing about that, and like, no matter what you think, him and CM Punk are similar when it comes to outside of wrestling. Like, a lot of stuff, they're similar outside of wrestling. And it's like, they should have gotten along. They should have been cool, but whatever happened, happened. And now, because they're far away and the way shit went down, there's no undoing it unless somebody sits down and talks, which it'll probably happen eventually, but like as of right now, it just feels like it's a missed opportunity.
what they need and like yeah, I'm probably like mispronouncing the word mediator, like
Mm-hmm.
someone in between to speak to them that's cool with both of them, you know?
Yeah, it just because like those two, like even though like I have my love hate with Punk, it's like when he's not CM Punk and just like full of himself and he's just like Phil. I've said this before. I like Phil.
Yeah.
Like I like Hangman. Like just I like everything about Hangman. So it's like those two should be cool, but eventually it'll happen.
Yeah, as you said, there's a major difference between CM Punk and Phil Brooks and whatever.
Yes.
But Punk is slowly like becoming Phil, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but yeah.
So the reason that he's kind of seeming like that, we'll get to that later.
Mhm.
I feel like the reason is just because of where he's at and also him creeping up on age.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the age. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So we'll get to that later.
Okay.
So this was odd. This was odd, very odd. So the next thing was Stokely comes out with Dax from FTR. And he goes, Cash isn't here. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So then, like, somebody was like, oh, Cash isn't there because of like his legal issues. And then everybody said the same exact thing was like, his legal issues got thrown out. He can go anywhere he wants. He's just not there. And like, they didn't give an excuse to why he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then, come to find out, also, Claudio wasn't there. And they literally have no excuse why Claudio wasn't there. Like, I was listening to like Wrestling Observer Live, and they was like, "Yeah, there's no excuse why Claudio wasn't there. They just said he's okay, he's fine. No one gave us the excuse why he's not there. So, so Claudio and Cash just missed this show for some godforsaken reason, and no one knows.
Yeah. I wasn't so weirded out about Cash because I assumed that it had to do with like not thinking about it. I assumed it had to do with him getting locked up once and whatever. But Claudio, I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Because that Cash thing, like, it caught me off guard because I was like, wait a minute, he got his legal stuff. Like, he should be able to travel.
Yeah.
And then like it just was like, no, it's not even that. It's just some unforeseen reason. And he never said anything else. Like, okay. So because he was gone, that limited the number of this exorbitant a lot of people match because it was Dax, the Don Callis family, which consists of Kyle Fletcher, Josh Alexander, Takeshita, Echizero, Lance Archer, and Volador Jr. I was like, okay, that's way too many people.
Is Valador part of the family? I
No, no,
hope
no.
not.
Volador was his own person. He was his
Okay.
own person.
Okay.
So they took on Benedito. Like I will never say his name right. I love
I
saying Benedito. And then we had Atlantis and Atlantis Jr. who got booed the fuck out of the building.
I imagine
And
there's a backstory to that.
there is a backstory, and like I literally am like I was scratching my head, and then like I made a comparison to something happening now, and I was like, that's kind of like this, but I really was scratching my head. The reasoning that this is happening,
Hmm.
they don't like this kid. They don't like this kid because he is a nepotism hire. He is just his father's kid, and they think he's getting pushed too fast. Now, anybody that knows anything about lucha libre, everybody has a fucking kid, and they also get pushed. This isn't fucking new.
Yep.
Like this shit was so irritating because like that's the backstory. That's the real reason they hate him is because like, oh, your dad is cool. You show up and you're getting pushed. So my mind trying to figure out why this is happening, I go to fucking New Japan and you have Red Shoes, who's the referee of referees, and his son Shota, where like Shota comes in, he gets pushed, and then everybody goes, you know what? Fuck you, you nepotism baby. And it's like, he didn't even do anything. It's like, I don't understand. Like, this isn't the first time this shit happens. Like, Shibata is a fucking nepotism hire. I don't understand this. Like, I'm not understanding this. It's like this new thing where people are just revolting against like second generation people. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. It's just so weird to me.
I agree with the ref one though, because there's a missed opportunity there. That's the only reason I agree with it. You should have called him Blue Shoes.
That's fucking hilarious. But like, also, they do. There's a fucking referee in fucking AAA, and his son wrestles. He's
Yeah,
not getting flack.
like he,
Why the fuck is Atlantis Jr. getting flack? What is the problem here?
I forget his son's name, but the main one is called Tirantes, suspenders.
Yes, I don't fucking get it. Like, and no one can actually give me a fucking reason why they don't like Atlantis Jr. except for he's a nepotism hire and he's getting pushed. And it's like it's not like he won a title or anything. He's just like they're just putting him in, and it's like they've been doing this for years. Like there's a million juniors that's running around that have been literally the same way. Like what are you like? What is the problem now? I don't get it.
It's weird, man.
And the bad part is like they're like, oh, he's not as good as his dad. Neither was the rest of them, but they just existed and no one shit on them. I'm so baffled.
Yeah,
But
like when you
yeah,
have
but
like a legacy, like it's hard for you to like overcome that shadow.
yes. So then Brody King came out, and this is funny because like a lot of people are finding out who Brody King is now more and more. And I'm like, okay, I have a friend that like she personally knows him, and like she's been telling me for years, like, yeah, no, he's actually like he's not the big scary monster that you think he is. He's like a real human, and he likes stuff. And then when I saw him on Twitch, like I saw him like be and say shit that's like, oh, well, he's not the big scary monster. And he came out with an abolished ice shirt, and everybody was like, oh my god, I didn't know Brody King stood for that. And it's like, yeah, like you guys don't know who Brody King is.
Good people.
Yeah, he's like he's real good people. So they had this 12, 13, 14 man.
20.
Fucking Adam Cole was in it. Daniel Garcia was also in it. It was so many fucking people that like I halfway through this match I forgot who was on whose team and didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I know people are like, well, they do this all the time in Mexico. Yeah, but here's the funny part about the Mexican thing, right? It's a bunch of masked guys, and if you don't speak Spanish fluently, you're not gonna remember who's who. You're just having fun, and it's a fun match. This is a bunch of English and Spanish guys that you either don't know or like you have them in feuds and you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why is this person over here? Why is it? It's confusing. It's confusing and it was irritating and I hated it. And the good guys won. I was like, okay, all right.
I think I left the room like during the entrances and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I didn't know Garcia was in the match until like halfway through the match.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is like it was way too many fucking people in this match, and I was like, I understand what they were trying to do. It just was way too many people in this match, and it just was overdone. Like if you had like a good 8 man, I'd be like, okay, cool, that's fun, that's fun. This was like 13 people, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, 6 to 8 is perfect. Like anything up over that, like after that is overboard.
Yeah. So then we had the next match. I want to know your opinion of this match.
Hmm.
So it was Okada versus Mark Briscoe.
It, it was okay. Like nothing great. I don't know if they fought in the past or whatever, had better matches, but it was entertaining. But like it wasn't match of the night, you know?
So everybody has said the same thing, and they even said worse about this match. Okada has literally, ever since he's been in AEW, has phoned it the fuck in. Like he has phoned it the fuck in. The greatest wrestler in the world is now just, eh. That is insane to me. He joined AEW and is just like, eh. He's not even trying. Like Okada's not even wrestling. Like he's not even wrestling at 50% Okada. When he had this match, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna turn up because he's getting ready for the Kenny match. This motherfucker did nothing. He was like, fuck it, I'm just here for it, Shaq. I was
I
like,
actually
what
had an
the?
argument with a friend of mine about that, like how Okada is gonna turn it up and whatever. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't see it.
I feel no. I feel like he's gonna do this one thing. He's gonna do this one thing because it's been waited for, and he's gonna do it, and then we're never gonna see it again. Like it's gonna be like the match that you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is the greatest match ever. And then the next matches after that is gonna be like, eh,
It
it's
go
just
back
okay.
straight back to the bullshit.
Yeah. And I know somebody's probably yelling at me like, hey, you're not saying it about Nakamura. Listen, dog. Listen, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you when it comes to Nakamura. Nakamura went from the most exciting fucking wrestler you've ever seen in the fucking planet to get signed, rematches in WWE. You was like, oh my god, he's so great. Then he just existed. And that's what he's doing now. He's just existing. He's just existing. The bad part about Okada is he's in AEW. He's in AEW where they let you go
Hmm.
and you're just existing. It's like that kind of sucks.
Because he could easily be him, but he doesn't want to be him.
Exactly. And like that's so weird to me. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I guess fuck it, just get it checked. Whatever.
Yeah.
But he beat Mark Briscoe, and like Mark Briscoe usually have banger matches. Mark Briscoe just didn't do shit, and it was like, all right.
And that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the point? Because like obviously Mark was gonna lose. One of those
Mm-hmm.
type of things, Like I don't like when they make it obvious the person's gonna lose, especially someone as good as Mark.
I think that was the point. It was like we're gonna have Mark Briscoe wrestle, and he's gonna fucking kill it. And it's like he's gonna fucking kill it. He's gonna bring out the best in Okada, and Okada was like, "Nah, fuck you. I ain't bringing up shit. This is it. This is the best you get, bitch." Okay. Like there was a funny spot in there, and like just because the match sucked, like you would have totally missed it, but it was a funny spot where like Okada gives the middle finger and Mark Briscoe goes to bite on it because he ain't got no middle teeth. Like nothing happened, and then he just like turned to the side and he bit him on the side. Like that was funny.
That was funny as shit. Yeah, that's why I said it was some parts I enjoyed. That was one of them.
Yeah. So Okada beat him. Then we had MJF come out Mr. America bullshit, and then we had Mystico come out. And so Mystico is super over in Mexico. Like he's super over. I'm I'm gonna say it. I'm
Mhm.
gonna say it. I don't see it.
I
And I
don't
know
either.
people be like, "Oh, well, you don't watch CMLL." I do watch CMLL, and I see like people do like way cooler high fly shit, and I just don't get the Mystico shit. I don't get it. Like I'm not shitting on him. I just don't get how he is like the most over fucking person in Mexico. Period.
Yeah,
Like full stop. Like he's the most over person. Full stop. And it's like I don't get it because like to me he's not like flashy. He's not doing this. It's just I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
if I were to rate, like, there's a couple people over him, in my opinion. Like, Beast Muertos, I love him in the ring. Like,
Yes,
he's awesome.
like Neon. Neon is better than him. Neon is from Mexico. He's way better than him.
Hmm.
Like Averno. Like it's people that wrestle down there that I'm like, I get it why you cheer for him. Mystico is just like, oh, he's a legend and he's cool. And it's like, yeah, but like I don't see it, guys. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Like I don't see it. I know he's hella over, but like, hey, I don't see it.
Like, Mystico and Hologram are like on the bottom of my fucking list. Probably not even on my list.
Yeah, like fucking like even though this isn't the real guy, fucking La Parka is like I get La Parka. I
Yeah,
understand him. It's just the mystical shit. I don't get it. I don't get it.
yeah,
And like no matter how much you tell me, like, oh he this, he's that, it's like, yeah, there's like a million other high flyers that's down there that's way better than him. It's just I don't get the love that he gets. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
yeah, it's weird.
But he came out, they sung his whole entire theme song. The whole crowd was behind him. It was a great entrance, and then the bell rung. I mean, it was it was a match. It was a match. Cause like MJF is doing shit, and it's like, okay, he's being a jackass. Even MVP was like, yo, stop fucking dicking around, wrestle. And
I think he
he was,
legit said that too.
yeah, he did. And then like MJF fucking hits Místico on the balls and gets disqualified. Then he takes off his mask. This was this was the craziest part to me. They took off his mask, and MJF and them are running around in the Hurt Syndicate, and they have their back turned, and then here comes Jet Speed to come kick their ass, and then here comes the other luchas, and Bandito runs out with an extra mask because this is usually what happens when you get your mask ripped off. Someone will come out with an extra mask, so you put on a mask. Bandito is looking for Mystico to give him this mask. He's like, where the fuck is he at? He even gives the mask to Speedball, like, yo, where's he at? So then Templario goes over to Mystico. Templario goes over to Mystico. The camera cuts to Mystico. Mystico has on the same exact mask that fucking Max just ripped off of him. He has on the same mask. And Templario has to take off the mask, put on the extra mask, because that's what's supposed to happen in Lucha. When you get the mask ripped off, you put another mask on,
Yeah,
and you get back in the ring, and people think, oh shit. So he switched the mask, but you literally see the camera pan down. He has on another mask. He has to take off that mask and put on a mask. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And literally, Bandito say the same thing. Like, what the fuck just happened? It was so fucking weird.
it, and it took long as shit.
It took so fucking long. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was so fucking baffled. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So then we had the 4 million peso match with Ricochet, Hologram, Masquerita Dorada, and Leo Rush. Do you know what
Just
that comes out to in American money?
how much?
$211,000.
That's a weird fucking number.
It is very weird.
Like,
So
why that?
I don't fucking. So yes, he keeps his streak. He still keeps his fucking streak. Hologram got the win, and Hologram gets the 4 million pesos.
Okay.
Yeah, I, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of hologram.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of Hologram, but whatever. So then we have Mercedes Monet versus Zeuxis for the CMLL Women's Championship. How do you feel about this?
Like I told you at the end of the match, like Mercedes' new name is Ultimo Monet.
So I have a lot of thoughts about this. So I'm gonna give the positive thoughts. I'm gonna give the positives about this.
Okay.
Positive is with her winning this match and winning that CMLL Women's Championship. Positive. I don't think she's beaten Tony Storm.
Yeah, you said that like after the match.
Yeah, I don't think she's beating Tony Storm. I think she's still going to lose. I don't think she's beating Tony Storm. I think this was just like, oh, this is a red herring. She's not beating Tony Storm. So I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that if she doesn't beat Tony Storm.
Yeah.
And I saw so many hot takes and like people are criticizing her for winning everything and winning all these titles. And the crew is immediately stepping in, talking shit about everyone that's calling her and calling them haters. And why the fuck are you hating on her? And then I saw Busted Open. They said something about Mercedes. They said, with her winning this title, does that make her the greatest women's wrestler right now? And I'm like, I can't give her that. Like, I'm sorry, like she does put on great matches, but I can't give her that. And I know someone was like, "Oh, you're fucking hating." No, I'm not. I'm not hating. I'm literally just saying I can't give her that because you can go to Stardom and find somebody and go, "Oh my god, they have the best matches." Like this is like it's not a diss to her. It's like you only see one thing and you're like, "Oh, this is the best thing." And then again, I can't even say that about her in America because it's like you have Io Shirai and she's had the handcuffs on her and she goes out there and fucking kills it every fucking match. And you're like, yo, did she just put on the match of the fucking night? Did she just put on the match of the night? And it's just like, okay.
With
And
handcuffs on, as you said. So
yeah,
imagine if she could actually go.
yeah. And it's like, that's what fucks me up. It's like, I'm I'm being critical because like she has won everything. She does put on great matches. I'm not taking that away from her. She's just won everything, and it feels like this is too much and it's too overkill. And like even someone that's like a fan of hers literally has to be really fucking objective and be, hey, this is too much. Like this is a little bit too much. We should just like dial this back. And everybody else is like, no, she deserves everything. She deserves all this. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, be a little bit objective and say this is a little bit too much. Like, I get it, but this is a little bit too much. It's too
Yeah.
much. And
That's
I'm,
why I made a joke, because like what is it up to? Like 6 belts now?
yeah, 6 belts more than. And I'm like I said, I like her. I think she is a great wrestler. I think she's really dope. I just think it's way too much. I think everything that's happening is way too much, and this feels like something. And then people always go back to WWE, go, "Oh, well, they never treated her right. She deserves all this." And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, that has nothing to do with what's happening now. Like, why do you keep bringing up old shit? We're talking about right now. They're like, no, no, no. Like, they never treated her right. She deserves all of this. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's just irritating to me. It's just irritating to me. I don't fucking like. I don't want her to win everything. If she wrestled and had like one or two titles, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm cool with that. I like it. She wins everything. She hasn't even been pinned. She hasn't lost for real. Then a movie played. And the crazy part about this, someone on Twitter actually sent this to me and was like, yo, this is just a Mexican movie that she ripped off. And it was a Mexican movie, like bar for bar, like Tony ripped off. And it was about the same thing, and about they was looking for somebody and they're coming to get them and they were gonna find them. And then all of a sudden, Mina Shirakawa popped up. And Mercedes is like, what the fuck? Why are you here? And then out of nowhere, we found her. Finally. We finally figured out where in the world was Carmen Sandiego.
And I wanted to say that shit to you, but you said it to me first. I was mad about that.
Dude, it was so awesome because like soon as she popped up and I just saw the red, I just screamed, "Oh my god, it's Carmen Sandiego!" Dude,
Funniest thing ever.
dude, that was so good. And then she kissed Monet and she sniffed her and then she beat her ass and tried to pile drive her and run off. So, question for you:
Hmm.
3 weeks. The show is in 3 weeks.
Okay.
How do you feel about this build for Mercedes and Tony in 3 weeks?
I mean, it's picking up because I felt like it didn't do anything there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. Not the worst build. Not the best build either. Like I'm kind of mid on it.
Because I've seen a lot of people go, okay, we got 3 weeks. They have done nothing other than just like bumping into each other, like almost kiss, and then that's it. Like there's nothing more than that. And it's like there's no build. There's just a little physicality. There's nothing. And I saw so many people like say this, and I was like, yeah, I don't agree with you guys. I don't agree with you guys. And then when people start saying there's only 3 more dynamites until the show, and I'm like, holy fuck, they need to pick this shit the fuck up. And after this main event, like I got some more shit to say about this whole fucking all in build. Because we have Will Ospreay, Swerve, the Ops. I forgot who else was on that team. I think it was just them five, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was a
Yeah.
10-man tag.
Versus the Beast Mortos, fucking John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks. This was a match, and so somebody complained about the end, and I was like, "How are you complaining about the end? The end made perfect sense." Because they was like, "Well, they fucking did this, and like they tried to screw it, and like it didn't look right." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Like it made sense because it figures into the story." Because this was the ending. So Marina Shafir, she distracts the ref. And while the ref is distracted, one of the young bucks pulls Swerve down off the top rope. He gets necked on the ropes. Moxley rolls him up and pulls it tight. They're like, yeah, that didn't make any sense. I'm like, it made perfect sense because the Bucks are feuding with Swerve and Ospreay, and it made sense. Like the Bucks are screwed Swerve, and Moxley got the win. There you go.
Yeah,
Like,
I see no issue with it.
me neither. I don't see any fucking issue with it. Like it made sense. And then Hangman showed up. Now this is fucked up because
Mhm.
everybody that speaks English had no idea Hangman was coming up. And Hangman said it in the promo was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna interfere in the match, but once that match is over, I'm gonna beat the shit out of fucking Moxley." And he sure did. He came in and beat the shit out of Moxley, and then he went for the buckshot lariat and hit one of the bucks. And they're like, "Why'd you hit me?" The other one's like, "Why'd you hit my brother?" He's like, "How the fuck were you in the ring?" And he's going at the boxer and just keeps saying, "Why'd you hit me?" It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who cares?
Aren't they kind of against each other now?
They are, but like they keep trying to push this thing, and like this is why I understand they did what they did because now they're pushing this thing, and now all you're gonna think of is, yo, the Bucks are going to screw Hangman, and we're never getting that title off of Moxley. That's all you're thinking because of this. That's what you're thinking because now it's an added flavor of, oh, the Bucks are mad at Hangman, so now they're going to screw him, and oh shit, this is going to be fucked. You know what I mean? It's like a
No, I
little
totally
extra
got you.
spice on there. To like, haha, you don't know who's gonna win. You don't know who's gonna win. Look, but to me, it's like I think Hangman's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. I think, but I also said I'm not averse to Moxley winning too. I'm not averse to it.
Yeah,
So
especially
yeah.
with like your whole like writing it the way you did.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. But now bringing it back to All In, we got 3 weeks to All In. We have nothing else except for the main matches set up for All In.
Yep.
Like we have nothing else. It's 3 matches set up. That's it. Nothing else. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like 3 weeks to a fucking show. Nothing else.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like a few days before, we're gonna have like 20 matches announced. You know how it is.
True. But then on NXT side, they're literally doing the same shit. They're doing the
Yeah.
same shit. And it's like I can almost give them a pass because of this fucking evolution thing. I could almost, not going to, almost give them a pass because of this. But it's like you have a whole nother show that day. There's nothing on the card. It's 3 weeks away. There's not a fucking thing on the card. I do at the end of this think I know one match, but it's nothing else on this fucking card. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so fucking baffled with everybody going, hey, we got this big show. What's on the show? Show. All right. Shows in New Japan. But like, what's on this show? Um, I don't know. I don't know.
Shows in New Japan. I like that.
So NXT opens up with qualifiers for a four-way to go to Evolution. And it starts off with Jada Parker versus Thea Hale. And they have beef. So this isn't just like a regular just tournament match. This is two people that have beef, that had beef for a couple of weeks, and it's just playing out. And like once you look at this whole rest of the four ways, you're like, wait a minute. This is just people that had beef just turning into matches. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, like they already have like shit to do.
Yeah.
Like if it
So
wasn't for the tournament, we would have had these matches anyway.
exactly. So Thea is wrestling Jada and she puts her in a submission. The referee's on one side. Jada taps Thea's leg. And the crowd and Thea go, oh, like the crowd is like, what? Like she tapped? Because Thea just goes, yeah. The ref's like, what are you doing? And the ref's like, Thea's like, yo, she tapped, she tapped, she tapped. It's like, I didn't see no tap. And before like anything could happen, Jada just hit her with the hypnotic. 1, 2, 3, Jada's in the fucking next match. And I'm just like, that was fucking genius. Because like she's still a heel, even though people cheer for her, she's still a heel. So that made sense. I was like, oh, that was actually good.
Yeah.
Like she did a little tap out, and Thea was like, oh yeah, she tapped out. Nope, nope, dummy. And that's why you lost.
She made sure that like the referee didn't see it. So that was
Oh
awesome.
man, like if you watch it closely, she put her hand so low, so when she tapped out, even if the ref was near her, the ref wouldn't have seen it because it was so low. It was down near her ankle. She went bop bop, and like they was like, oh, she's tapping. It's like it was done perfectly. I
Yep.
liked it. I enjoyed it.
It was awesome.
So then we had a backstage with Briggs Inamori and Elias because they're having a match. And they're like, hey, let's go out there and kill it. Then Tank and Hank walk up, and they're talking to them, and they're hyping them up like, "Yeah, you guys go out there and do it." Blah 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 blah. And then Obafemi comes up and goes, "Yeah, whatever, do whatever." Then Trick walks by Oba and goes, "Champ, champ." I'm like, "What the fuck was this segment? What the fuck just happened here?"
It was everything.
It was a bunch of everything and nothing at the same time. I was so baffled. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I was just like, I literally just kept yelling at the people, "What the fuck just happened? Why the fuck did that happen?" Like, half of that shit didn't mean anything. And then people in a fucking match, they just look at each other, say nothing. Then you got people that got beef, just acknowledging each other's champ. Just move on. You got the tag champs there with a fucking potential challengers hyping them up. And it's like, what the fuck is happening?
It was fucking. I don't know.
It was weird. So then we got Kalani and Lash, who also have beef in another qualifying match, and Lash beats Kalani. So far, it's like the four-way is looking good with Jada and Lash. I'm like, okay, this is looking good. Like, I have my pick on who I think is gonna win, but like once we get to the whole fully bracket, I'll be like, yeah, like I have my pick, and I'll explain why at the end. But it was like, okay, like Lash is going on. Then we have a Tony D'Angelo and Luca thing, and they're talking, and he's like, "Yo, I don't really trust you." And Tony's like, "No." Tony tells Luca, "Yo, I don't really trust you, but I'm gonna bring you out here. I need an answer." And Luca's like, "Why don't you just ask me right now?" Because like they literally was there, but he wants to bring him out to the ring to talk to him. I don't get it.
It's a wrestling thing.
So he brings him out. They're talking. He's like, "I'm gonna look you in your eyes. You're gonna tell me the truth." So as he's going to tell him the truth, Stacks comes out. Stacks had some goons with him. They beat up the goons. Stacks tries to hit Tony with the crowbar. Luca gets the crowbar, and he goes to swing at Stacks. Stacks moves. Tony gets hit. And Tony's like, "You did this shit on purpose." I was like, "Okay, Tony." Like, and it only gets funnier as the night goes on.
In the mirror, this Stacks look more like a boss.
He looks more like a boss. It looks like he's running his own crew. And there's something else that happens later on that I'm like, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
So we have Casey Navarro and AJ Francis with Trick. And Casey's supposed to be Trick's partner. And Casey's like, "Yo, I got injured." So AJ's like, "Yo, I got us another partner." So Wesley walks up with High Rise. And Trick just goes, "Yo, I know we had beef, but yo, we gonna squash that." And he's like, "All right, we squashing it." He's like, "Yo, I got you back." All right. So Wesley, AJ Francis, and Trick are the team for later on.
I
I was
like
like,
how
what?
like he mentioned the fact that he slapped the shit out of him, but then he regretted saying that shit.
That shit was funny. I was like, damn, that's like, all right, I get it. I was like, I'm okay with it. I'm like, we needed to replace him with somebody, and like it made sense. So then we had a Chase U segment. And like I said, I've been saying this before. I know exactly where this is going. So Chase is telling them what to do, and he's yelling at them in class, and the tag team just get up and they just leave. They're like, "Man, Mr. Chase, like you too hard on us," and they just leave. I was like, okay. I was like, he's gonna whip them into shape, and they're gonna fucking do some shit.
Yep.
So then we had something really fucking stupid, and we had Ethan Page in the Vanity Project talking shit about how they killed fucking Ricky Starks. Ricky comes in and Ricky's whispering, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna take nothing from you because we can't hear you." And then Ashanti D. Adonis, for some fucking dumbass reason, gets in between them and thinks that the Vanity Project and them have his back. And Ricky's like, "Ain't nobody behind you. It's just you." So I'm gonna see you next week. I'm like, okay, that was weird as fuck.
Why?
I don't fucking know. It was a lot of weird shit on NXT that I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we having this? Because this next thing was also weird. So we get Ren, Tavion Heights, and Javon Evans. And Javon's like, yo, did you get cleared? Like, are you done with the no quarter catch crew? And then Jasper Troy walks up and Javon's like, yo, man. He was like, yo, I saw how you handled over. He's like, yo, you could have been champion, but yo, next time, you got it, dog. So then Charles comes up and Tavion and Javon's like, yo, did you let Tavion out? Charles is like, no, I didn't let him out. So then Charlie goes, you know what? He's like, I got an idea. Tavion, you want out? You had to beat Javon Evans next week. Fuck. And then Javon's like, listen, man, I don't know about that. He's like, no, trust me, we're gonna work this out. So then Javon says something that cracked me the fuck up. He goes, yo, Charlie, you need a hug. So Ren goes, come here, Charles. And she gives him a hug, and he's like, the fuck are you doing? That shit was hilarious.
But you had to know after he said that it was gonna be her to do it.
Yes. But okay, this is what's pissing me off about this.
Mhm.
So you have to lose to get, like, you have to win to get out of a fucking contract. What fucking contract are you in with no quarter catch crew? Did you sign your fucking life away? What is this shit?
I mean, and a lot of crews they do that shit. Like back in the day, Dangerous Alliance, you had to sign up to go with them sometimes.
Dude, I'm so I fucking like I love everything about them, but this angle is just not doing it for me. I'm like, I love the no quarter catch crew. I love their whole dynamic. I love each one of them. This isn't doing it for me because it's like I have you hostage until you win to get out. You can't get out. Like, this, come on, like, come on. We did it once. We're done. It's over. All right.
That's exactly why we're doing it, because No Quarter Catch Crew is over in a sense. Like at the end of this, none of them gonna be together.
Okay. So then we had the 6 man. In this match, it's Elias and Inamori and Briggs against Wesley, AJ Francis, and Trick. Something happens in here. Once again, I'm just fucking baffled and just dumbfounded how fucking dumb NXT was this week. So Elias, Elijah, gets injured in this match. The match keeps going. Like, so Inamori hits the splash, pins Trick. Like, all right, cool. So then we go backstage. We see Sol Ruka and Zarya, and behind them, Tatum Paxley pops up. He's like, friend. So
That was kind of cute. I just said.
so then we have fucking Ava in the back, and she's talking with her crew. And then Tony and Luca comes up, and Tony's like, "Yo, I want Stacks next week." And Ava's like, "Yo, I'm not giving you Stacks next week because Stacks has a match against Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup." And Tony's like, how the fuck did he get that? And she was like, well, he said he did beat the last Heritage Cup champion, so he's going to get a Heritage Cup match. And Tony says, how the fuck did that happen? And Ava goes, well, his consigliere signed off on it. And Tony just goes, you fucking betrayed me. And he walks up, and Luca's like, yo, I didn't do anything. I'm like, oh my God.
He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it.
He doesn't see it, but the funny part about it is I know who his consigliere is.
I have a feeling I know too.
Yep, it's Rizzo.
Yep.
It's Rizzo. Yep. So then we have Zarya versus Izzy Dane. And I know somebody's probably yelling they don't have beef. Yes, they do because of this whole Tatum Paxley bullshit. They do have beef. So this is a beef match. So they're having this match, and all of a sudden Tatum pops up and hugs Soul. Soul screams. Zarya gets confused. Zarya turns around, and Izzy then beats her. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
Yes. So then here goes another baffling ass fucking thing. Baffling ass fucking thing. Briggs and Inamori in the back, and Briggs is like, Inamori, yo, you beat Trick, the TNA champion. Now I have a good point and I have a bad point. So Inamori goes, yeah, I pinned him, but I don't want the title shot. You should get the title shot. I'm like, well, why the fuck didn't he pin him? So then Briggs is like, yeah, that's good, but like, what are you gonna do? Inamori goes, I have a bigger fish. I want the world title. That's fine. I want to see fucking Inamori versus fucking Obafemi. I definitely want to see that. I'm down for it. But the way
Okay.
they went about this shit was so fucking baffling. Like, he pins Trick. He should be fighting Trick.
Yes,
Why the fuck is Briggs fighting Trick and Inamori fighting Obafemi?
because Itamori is a good friend apparently, which yeah, like I don't think I would do that. I'm just saying.
This is so fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck they. I don't know what the fuck they did. I don't know what the fuck they did. Like NXT was so fucking weird. Then it even got weirder because Jordan Grace had to change her music because somebody in WWE goes, "Oh, well, her sirens are too similar to Braun Breaker's fucking sirens."
The
Come on,
fuck?
come on, come on, come on, come on. So WWE had to give her new music, and she's just rocking with that. And she pins Lola Vice, so now she's the fourth person in the match. And because she's the fourth person in the match, I think she's winning that match.
Yeah.
So
But
then we
what the
have
fuck?
Dar-
That's why they changed her music. Fuck.
yes. So then we have Soul and Zarya in the back, and they're talking, and they're yelling at Tatum, and then Izzy comes, grabs Tatum, and she takes her, and she leaves. I'm like, oh, okay. So Izzy is going to corrupt Tatum Paxton. So it's done.
I think
It's
she's already corrupted because I think what happened earlier was on purpose.
it might be like she's done. So then we finally get Blake Monroe signing her contract. She came out, spit a bunch of sexual innuendos, said she's finally home and she's happy to be here. And then JC Jane and Fallon and them come out. They start talking shit and they put her through a table. And like I was gonna complain about this on the podcast until this happened. And I was like, I see the vision. I see the vision. You know what the vision is?
What's the vision?
Great American Bash, Blake Monroe versus JC Jane. JC loses the title. The next night, Blake Monroe takes on Jordan Grace at Evolution. There you go.
Okay, I'm down.
Yep. And she's going to keep the title because she's going to beat both of them. She's going to look strong the whole entire weekend. She looks like a fucking star already. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So there was like, we're going to go to some NXT stuff behind the scenes.
Okay.
So we get a little video of Triple H going back down to the fucking performance center and he's talking to everybody. And the one that stood out and everybody said she finished the story was him talking to Blake Monroe. And if you look at it, like they're having a conversation, but you can see the look on her face of like pure admiration of like, yo, I'm a huge fan of this man. I love him and like he's one of my favorite people. He's teaching me now. This is amazing. Like you can just see her face. And it just makes it all worth it. It just makes it worth
That's awesome for her.
it. Yes. Then there's a picture floating around. And I'm not gonna say, oh, this picture is fake. No, this picture is real because this person is signed. It's a picture of Shawn Michaels talking to Scott Steiner's son in the performance center. And it's like, oh, it's happening, sweetheart. Because he's signed and it's happening. And Sean's already talking to him. Yeah, yeah. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm super excited because I want to see what he does because he already said he's like, yo, I'm gonna be just like my cousin, and it's like, okay, prove it. Like, prove it. Like, here's your shot to prove it.
Yeah, his
Like,
cousin's fucking amazing. So
yes. Like, here's your shot. Let's see what you got, kid. Like, if you could do this, do it. Cause I feel like you could. Let's see what you got.
would they put him together for a minute?
No. Eventually, yes, but not right now. Eventually, yes.
Mind you, I said would they? I didn't say you. It's like, yeah,
No, no, no. I think WWE will put them together eventually,
yeah,
probably like either a one off or a two off. But I do see them actually putting them together eventually for the Steiner nostalgia. I
yeah.
see it coming.
The
Like,
Steiner cousins.
yeah, it would be so cool. Like, I hope Braun doesn't get way too out there that like when his cousin comes up, it won't be like a mismatch of like superstar and like little junior star. I hope it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah, because that has happened.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the NXT stuff. Now we have the Raw stuff to talk about, and we have a lot to talk about. A lot.
Yeah.
It starts off with Liv Morgan coming out.
Yep.
And I'm like, so something was supposed to happen, and I thought this was supposed to happen there, but it happens later. But Liv comes out, cuts her annoying Liv promo. And I'm not saying it's annoying that I hate it annoying. I love the annoying, but it's annoying promo. And she calls out Io. And Io comes out. She was like, yo, I never got my rematch for the title. Give me my title match. She's like, no. She was like, okay, well, give me my title now. Io's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give you your title. She gives her the title and she drop kicks the shit out of her and just like lays her out.
That was a nice drop kick too.
Yeah, just from standing, she just like drop kicked the fuck out of her, like bam, like oh shit. So then we're going into the next match, and Liv comes to the back because Raquel's in the next match, and she was like, "Listen, you go out there and win, so you could go to the Queen of the Ring, and then we could take back my title." And she's like, "All right, got it." So it's a four-way. It's Raquel, Ivy now, Stephanie Becker, and the returning Asuka.
That's definitely Rick here wrong. Like he's supposed to do it the Nikki Bella way.
Vacque. Stephanie Vacque. So, okay. I'm going to say this because, like, I said this to you off the podcast
Mhm.
because this was serious. Like, this was serious talk in, like, in the room. Not the room, but, like, just out there in the universe. I saw so many people have this take and got mad at the match because it had like four commercial breaks. And they're like, "Oh my god, like this match like they cut so much time from this match. It was only like 10 minutes. Like that's not cool." And I'm just like, "Wait a minute, you got commercials cuz for us, this was a 40-minute four-way. Not even joking. Like it was 40 minutes with like because we don't have commercials. It was
Yeah.
40 minutes. This was a long ass four-way of women, and it was damn near the whole show. And these people are like, it was only like 10 minutes. They cut so much out of it. It's like, look, like no, the match never stopped. It just kept going. It was 40 minutes.
Yeah, I loved it. So
Oh, it was great. It was great because this is like one of those times that they actually gave us a match where it was just going and it was nonstop and it just was fucking badass. They were killing it. And Asuka has her old music back. And every time she was in the ring with Stephanie, that place just went unglued. They was like, yes, we want to see it. We want to see it. we want to see it, but then somebody would interrupt it and fuck it up. Then like we want to see it, and then someone would fuck it up. God damn it! And then fuck it up again. But then Oscar winds up winning the match. So Oscar's moving on to the next round to face Alexa Bliss.
But they're definitely gonna have a one-on-one eventually.
Oh, they fucking definitely are. Like, there's a few matches that they're gonna have.
Yep.
So Stephanie was on the Nikki and Brie Bella's podcast, and she said something, and like I saw a lot of people have this take, and I kind of want to know what your thought is because
Okay.
Stephanie goes, "You guys paved the way for me to come in, and I look up to you guys as a legend." And a lot of people said the same thing was like, how did she pave the like how did the Bellas pave the way? Because a lot of people have been saying this for a while when people talk about the Bellas that how did they pave the way and like how were they like the greatest women's tag team or just like great women's wrestlers? What said you about the Bellas' impact on wrestling?
I personally don't see it, but to each their own, you know? Like a lot, it's not even like only Stephanie. Like a couple people have said that, like Nikki and Brie. So, I guess they were like real big fans of the Diva era and whatever. That's technically where they came from, more or less.
So because I have a friend that like is a huge Nikki and Brie fan,
Hmm.
I kind of feel like I know a little bit of why women say this, but at the same time, I don't because like you can't see their influence in a lot of women that say this because like they're just like straight up hardcore match balls to the wall wrestlers,
Yeah,
and Nikki and Brie didn't become that until later in their career.
yeah,
The reasoning from my friend who actually got into wrestling this way was Total Divas. Like, if you're going by Total Diva logic of like Total Divas paved the way and brought people in, yeah, that's the way that they brought people in. But if we go
100%.
by in ring style, I can't give them that because like not until later in their career, I can't give them. Oh, they're one of the best people because later in life when Nikki and Brie were killing it, they were really doing it. They were really wrestling their ass off. And I was like, I remember telling you, like, when the fuck did they get good? And like it wasn't like, oh, they were always good. They figured out how to be good and they became good when they got into the women's wrestling era. They
Yeah.
carried themselves good. They were in ring, they were good. They weren't always that good.
Now, to take a cue from you and whatever, I'm probably gonna say something controversial and whatever, but I don't mean it to be a dick and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe they both kind of got better when, at the time, they started dating their respective men and whatever. Cause like, John Cena, he's a fucking power wrestler and whatever. Nikki started adapting that and using power moves and shit like that. Like she was a
Mm-hmm.
stronger out of the two. Bree started doing like technical stuff, like doing the Daniel Bryan like yes kicks and shit. Like kind of adapted to their man's like wrestling style at the time because they really didn't have a style. You know,
Yeah. Like
like
I kind of agree with you there. Like I kind of do agree with you there.
yeah,
Like because they weren't always like they kind of sucked, and then it's
hmm,
just like at one point they just turned the corner and they adapted and they fit in and they were there, and it was like, oh, okay. And this was like after NXT evolved and they were coming in and like the women were bringing in, they were bringing in Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky and Bailey. They all got brought in. And then the Bellas was like, fuck it, we got to step up. And they stepped up and they hung with them
yep,
and they were good.
yep.
So yeah, like I give them credit for evolving, but I don't give them credit for the whole entire thing.
No, no, definitely not the entire thing, but they kind of stick out, for the whole Total Diva thing, as you said.
Yeah,
They brought more fans in.
right. So Stephanie also said her dream match is her versus Rhea Ripley.
Versus what? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, like everybody wants to see that. Like there's a lot of matches for Stephanie to have, and she was talking about like she's been a heel, which like is true. Like she's always been a heel, and she's like she's have never really been a face, and now that she's a face, she's kind of shocked and she likes it. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I mean, that, I get it. Like I get the shock. She was like, I work better as a heel, but like being a face, it's actually like surprising to me. She's like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to getting the fans to cheer me. I'm not used to working this way. Like I'm more. She's like, I'm a rudo. She's like, I'm not a technical. I don't do that. And she was like, now adapting to the style. And she was like, I, she was like, I like it, but she was like, I just never thought I would. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's actually a huge surprise because she fits perfectly as a face for some reason.
Yeah. If you're a wrestler, what would you prefer? Heel or face?
Oh, I will always prefer heel. Like I want to be a
Same.
heel.
Same.
Yeah, because a heel is like the easiest thing to do. Like I could be a dick. I could just cheat. I heels are perfectly fine.
Well, not that easy because certain people they can't be a heel because they don't have the mindset for it. They do like low hanging fruit and whatever. No, I'm not
Yeah,
talking about anybody in particular. It's just a lot of wrestlers do that shit.
yeah. But like, yeah, no, I would love to be a heel.
Yeah,
Like I actually want to see what her heel era would look like in WWE.
because it probably would be different from what she done before.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm because I want to see if like it's gonna be like totally different or is it gonna be like kind of the same but just like a little turned up. We'll see. So then we go to the back in the clubhouse and we have Roxy in there with Dom and Finn is starting to instigate again. He's instigating. And then we see Raquel. She's over there all hurt up. And Liv comes in and was like, yo, I got a match later on. You gonna help me out? She's like, yo, I'm bruised up. I don't know if I'm gonna be cleared. She's like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna leave. So Dom tells JD, yo, you gotta go out there and beat AJ tonight. Cause I don't want him sniffing around my IC title. And Finn's like, yo, I'm gonna go out there with JD. Dom's like, nah, fam. Like, you were supposed to beat his ass last week and you fucked up. So Finn goes, all right, well, why don't you go out there with JD and show me how it's done? He's like, all right. So then he does the little hand thing, and Roxy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like, not Roxy, Raquel goes, what are you talking about? So he says to Raquel, he's like, listen, he was like, no, he was like, trust me, he was like, I'm just helping out. And then he just goes and starts talking to Roxanne. So it's like, he's got another plan up his sleeve.
Yeah,
And I listen, I gonna say some stuff later on, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, that kind of makes sense. But
it,
we'll get to it
it's
when we get to it.
it's some stuff that came back around. Put it that way. I don't know if you're on the same page with me.
Yes. So then we get Gunther out there, and he's talking about winning a championship, and all of a sudden Goldberg comes out. Goldberg says, "You talk shit about my family in my hometown. Next time we're in my hometown, it's gonna be me and you. You're next." How do you feel about this?
Boo! Like what the fuck? Everything was good until we reached that fucking point. Like it took that fucking air out of my room.
So, like, okay, why do you not want this Goldberg final match?
I don't care. His last match should have happened at I want to say Backlash when all this shit started, like around that point.
But okay, listen, but you don't want this. So I want this to end the way it's going to end. But like, I have so many people yelling, "Oh, he could win the title." They never clearly said it was for the title. Like,
No, they
even when they
didn't.
announced it, they never clearly said it was for the title.
They didn't. No.
So either way, it would be great if it's not for the title. Like Goldberg going out in his hometown is fine. It's perfectly fine. Like if he wins the title, there's some screwy shit you could do, but like just let it happen. Because like once it happens, it's over. There's no more to it. It's over.
I don't want. I don't want.
I know,
Like going back to the Spanish from the beginning of the show. No me gusta.
but you have to. You have to
¿Por qué?
because it's the end.
But like Lincoln Park said, at the end, it doesn't even matter.
What the fuck? It it doesn't. Then we had AJ versus JD, and AJ won. Then he beat up Dom and took the IC title. And I'm not gonna lie. I saw this happening and I got pissed
Okay.
because AJ is now going after the IC title.
I mean, yeah, but at least they're giving something to do.
I guess. Uh, yeah, I guess. I mean, AEW's calling. I mean, just say AEW's calling AJ. One last run, AEW, fine with me.
Yeah.
So then we had Bailey come out, and Bailey was talking, and then Becky comes out in the Chicago Cubs jersey in Green Bay, who are rivals of the Chicago Cubs. So
Wisconsin. Not for him.
he wasn't there. He wasn't there, guys. He wasn't there. So they're going back and forth, and basically they set up a match for them, an IC title match. Becky and Lyra. I mean, Becky and Bailey. Lyra's in this too. We'll get to that part.
Yeah.
So
Don't be surprised if it turned into a three-way eventually.
no, it's not because I'm going to explain this. I get a 2nd.
Mhm.
So AJ gives the title back to Nick Aldis, who was there covering for Pierce, who was on vacation, and he tells AJ, "You're going to get a shot at Dom at Night of Champions for the IC title." I actually didn't hear him say that. I actually heard him say next week because then he also follows up and says, "Bailey, you're getting a shot at Becky next week."
That's what I heard.
Yes. So then Bailey bumps into Lyra, and Lyra's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, I thought you just wouldn't go out there and talk shit. Now you gonna get the IC title. That's my title. What are you doing?" And Bailey's like, "Listen, man, like shit happens, but like if I win the title, like I'll give you a shot." And Lyra's like, "Yeah, all right." Now you know what's funny about this?
What?
Lyra's fiance was working out with Bailey, and they were like doing like a little talk thing, and they were like talking, and he was like, "Yo, like a lot of people don't really know what Lyra is like. Yo, Lyra's like one of the fucking dopest heels. Like when I met her, she was a heel, and I can't wait for everybody to see what she's like as a heel." And then like this happened, and I was like, "Oh, she's definitely turning heel." Like this, like I can't wait for this. Like I want to see like how they're gonna present Lyra as a heel here. I can't wait.
That's interesting.
Yes. So we're having the match with Liv and Kyrie, and Liv dislocates her shoulder. Like that is fucked up. Like it was just like a regular move, and she dislocated her shoulder, and
Part of me
she
thought it
looked
would
like
work.
yeah, and looked like she might be out for 6 months. And I just want to say, get well soon to Liv Morgan. And so she was supposed to get beat up by Nikki to further to her and Nikki's storyline. But now that that's not happening, we can have Roxanne step in and defend the tag titles with Raquel against the Bellas, lose the titles, which furthers the story with Roxanne and Liv when Liv comes back.
Yes.
Like that would work because they're really trying to figure out what the fuck to do because they had so many plans for Liv. Because Liv was going to do this evolution thing. Also, Liv was going to wind up going to SummerSlam, not SummerSlam, but one of the shows and face Io Shirai for the championship and win.
Oh
Like
shit.
that was a setup. Like that was something that was going to happen. But now they have to fix everything and figure out how to do shit. So we'll see. Then we had Sammy in the back, and he's talking, and Cross comes up, and Cross goes, "Yeah, see, if you listen to me, this is what happens." And Sammy just straight puts him on the spot. Was like, "You always say listen to you and do this. Why don't you go out there and do something? I'm gonna be a world champion. You keep saying all of this stuff and telling people what to do. Why don't you go do something? Why don't you get off your ass and do something?" And then he just leaves, and I was like, "Fuck, man! Like
You
that's
had to
true,
do
but
all
like,
that.
yeah, I was like, that's true, but like, fuck, man,
Could have said it a lot nicer. Like, damn, that was
right?"
mean.
So then we get the main event: Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso versus Rusev and Sheamus. I knew exactly how this was gonna play out. This played out to the fucking T of how I laid it out in my head. LA Knight was gonna come in, fuck up Bronson Reed, while the other two was fighting. Jey Uso was gonna get the pin. Jay moving on to the next round.
Yeah,
I even said that on the last podcast.
you did.
Then we had Seth Rollins come out to beat up Jey Uso, but Cody came out to save Jey Uso, and that's how the show went off. Because Jay and Cody are going to wrestle next week. Now, how do you feel about Seth Rollins right
I'm okay with him. Like, I've always liked Seth, so like, I nothing
now?
really
No.
changed.
Like Seth's perfectly fine, but like, how do you feel about his Mr. Money in the Bank and stuff going on? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, nothing really changed with it. So
Because
pretty
like I
much
see
was
a
like for the
lot of
best.
people, like I see a lot of people not sure what to do. They saying he's stale. Not they're not shitting on him, but they're just saying he's stiff.
Hmm.
So I do have a little bit of Russell Votes news about Seth Rollins that it looks like they want to add to the crew. And the people that they want to add to the crew, they want to add these two people. And it feels weird because they want to add these two people probably at the same time. And it feels very weird because it's Ethan Page and Ricky Starks at the same time. It
See,
feels like they want to call them up. And then I have a bunch of people, which I totally agree with, saying mellow. It should be mellow. Like if you're gonna add somebody, you can add mellow.
yeah,
Like I'm listen, if they add mellow and Ricky, I'd be like, yeah, that's perfect. Because those would be definitely like new blood that like Heyman can work with. If they added Ethan Page by itself, I'd be like, yeah, that's perfect because Heyman could work with them. Because it's like all of those people perfectly fit.
yeah. But Melo would be perfect, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. And it's just like, did you know that they're talking about switching LA Knight from from SmackDown to Raw? How do you feel about that? Because I think that would be perfect.
Me not being a big fan of Knight anyway, like it would be good for him. Like different environment, maybe I'll like him more.
Because he's not, to be honest, he's not doing shit over there on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's just fucking treading water. And it would be perfectly fine if they gave him a whole fresh coat of paint and moved him somewhere else.
Yes.
That would be great.
Oh, that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah. And somebody was backstage. I don't know if this means that they're officially signed, if they're perfectly under contract, but for them to be backstage at NXT felt like Hmm. So Gail Kim was backstage at NXT, and they were talking.
Oh, that's fucking interesting.
Yeah, like that would be great.
I'm down with that.
Yes. And also, how do you feel? Because I brought this up on a podcast
Mhm.
like last week when it was talked about their contract could be up when it was officially now that once their contract's up, they'll probably be leaving AEW. I think it would be great for the fucking private party to show up in WWE and NXT. I think it would be great. They need a tag team.
I was just about to say that we need more tag teams. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that because they look like they can be leaving AEW, and I want people to stop this with Britt Baker. Every time it's been too long, Britt Baker's going to WWE. Britt Baker's going to WWE. She has a longer contract. She will not be leaving AEW for a while. She has a couple years on her contract. Just because she's not around does not mean she's not coming back. She's going to be back in AEW. She has a long time before she could go to WWE. And I want people to stop saying, "Oh, she's gone. She's definitely going to WWE." She's not. She has a long contract.
Yeah, don't be surprised in the next couple months she's back in Dynamite.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's back in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I meant to say. Weeks. My
yeah,
bad.
like I hate that because like every time people they're like, "Yo, she's coming to WWE. She's coming to WWE," and like it's all from fucking Jonathan Coachman. He goes, "Yeah, she's gonna be going to WWE soon." Like she's under contract. Like she's not going anywhere. Shut up. Like Jonathan Coachman has said shit, and like people have been like, "Oh my god, he has some kind of inside information." It's been
He,
completely dog shit.
he ain't got
Like
shit. He worse than Meltzer.
he's bad. Like he is bad. Like he's just abysmally bad. Like he literally is talking about, oh, Vince is gonna buy back the company. Vince doesn't have buy back the company money. Sorry, pal. Sorry. Like he ain't got buy back the company money. Like,
Basically.
like you're wrong on that one. He ain't got buy back the company money. Like I'm sorry. Like he said some other shit, and it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Why does he keep running his mouth? And nobody's just checking him and saying, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's yelling at him. It's like he's wrong every time he opens his mouth. It's just like he doesn't know anything. And then people are like, maybe he has an inside information. Nothing he said is right. Nothing he said is right.
He has inside information on the wrong information.
Yeah. And then people are like, well, WWE could be selling because like he brought it up and then Shane brought it up. Ooh, Tony Khan should buy AEW. I
What?
literally I had to get a new phone because I threw it because people are so stupid that hey, we don't want a monopoly. And soon as my side is easily able to win, ooh, I want a monopoly again. It's like, okay, okay.
Stupid.
That's really fucking stupid, but okay. Like I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
Me neither.
Like people just say some of the dumbest shit, and you just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you saying this? It's it's just really stupid. Like a lot of stupid shit has been happening. Like it's just dumb as fuck. But we got 3 more weeks before we get to the biggest show weekend of the year. But do you know what's even better?
What?
Next week we got Night of Champions. Yay! We got Night of Champions next week.
And really nothing announced.
We do got stuff announced. We got Cena versus Punk. We have the Intercontinental Championship match. We have the two finals for the King and Queen of the Ring.
Oh, that's right. It is two finals. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So all we need is a women's match or another match. We just need one more match, and we have our five matches for a day show that will go by, and we just be like, all right, fuck it, it's over.
I don't know. I was thinking we only had like three matches.
No, no, no. We got four matches. We got
Yeah.
four matches, and probably the Becky and Bailey thing will go awry, and they'll be like, you know what? We're putting that on the show. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
So that is the show. Any last